Alright everyone, I'm going to be showing you how to install Mac OS X Lion onto an external hard drive. So, here we go. I've got VMware Player launched. As you can see, there's no virtual disks. And there's my external hard drive plugged into the computer. So, we're going to go to Create New Virtual Machine. Navigate it down to the ISO file, as you can see here. Click Next. Under Guest Operating System, you want to make sure that Other is selected and version is FreeBSD. You're going to hit Next. Give your virtual machine a name, location, all that fun stuff. We're going to hit Next. You want to make sure that split virtual disk into multiple files is selected. It's not really necessary because we're going to be deleting this in a minute. Next, and then you're going to want to make sure that power on this virtual machine after creation is unchecked. We're going to hit Finish. Now, as you can see, there it is sitting right there. Now we're going to go down to Edit Virtual Machine Settings. We're going to go to the hard disk IDE, which is the virtual hard disk. We're going to go down to Remove. As you can see, it's no longer there. Now we're going to go down to Add. You want to make sure hard disk is selected. Click Next. Now, this is a little bit tricky. It goes to Select Disk, and you want to make sure that Use a Physical Disk is selected. Click Next. For your device, you want to select your drive. For mine, I'm just going to use this virtual drive here, or this physical drive here. Next. Give it a name, Finish. Now, we're going to click OK, and we're going to play the virtual machine. Okay, I selected the wrong disk, so we're going to power down the virtual machine. Go back to Edit the Settings, Hard Disk, and remove that. Add it back in using the correct hard disk. Click OK. Alright, play the virtual machine. Now when this comes up, because I've already installed it, it's going to not work on the VMware. So what you want to do is go into your boot settings, make sure that the CD-ROM drive is at the very top, which I just done. Now, in order to get it to boot, you're going to want to hit -V bus ratio equals 20. As you can see there. It'll load all the files. This takes a few minutes sometimes. The installation comes up, you select your language, hit Next. Continue. Now this is going to give you some information here. This is kind of important, but I'll let you read that on your own. Agree. Now, in order to get it to recognize your drive, you're going to want to go down to the disk utility. You're going to want to select your external hard drive. Click the Erase tab. Make sure that the volume format is in Mac OS X Extended Journaled. Once you do that, you give your drive a name and then click on Erase. Once you do that, you close this. It'll take you back to here where you can select your drive. Then you're going to hit Continue, and then you're going to want to go down to Customize. You're going to want to select that there and get the necessary drivers that you need. Fixes. You're going to want to go down to Fixes for PS2 device support, and you're going to want to make sure that both of those are selected. Go down to Apple SM BIOS patch, and you're going to want to select SM BIOS Resolver. As far as applications, those aren't really necessary, but they do help a little bit with certain drivers if you need to download CACs and whatnot. So once that's installed on there, it's going to take about 2 hours. I'm going to quit this here. I'm going to shut down the virtual machine. Power off. Now, once that install is complete, it's going to be rebooting. As of right now, I cannot find any boot flags that will allow it to boot. So you're going to want to go here to your Start menu and restart your computer. Once that's done, you're going to want to go into your boot menu and select your external hard drive, which this one is the USB listed there on number 2. You're going to want to hit F8-V bus ratio equals 20 CPUs equals 2. Now this depends on your processor. Sometimes it won't boot if you don't have 2 processor cores and you try and use this boot flag. So in that case you want to use CPUs 1. But since mine has 2, I'm going to use CPUs 2. I'm going to hit enter. And as you can see, it's loading from the disk. And as you can see here, there's no hard drive activity whatsoever. Maybe some to get some system information from the computer.